You wake up in complete darkness. The air is warm. The walls around you are made of wax. And you're not alone. 50,000 sisters surround you, but none of them know your name because you don't have one. You are worker 38,462, and in just 35 days, you'll be dead. Your first job isn't collecting honey, it's cleaning. You spend your first days crawling from cell to cell, scrubbing every hexagon until it's spotless. If you fail, the queen won't lay another egg there. Thousands of future bees depend on work nobody will ever notice. A week later, your body changes. Special glands inside your head awaken. Now you produce food, not for yourself, but for babies you've never met. You feed hundreds of hungry larvae every day. You will never have children of your own. Your entire existence is devoted to raising someone else's.
2 weeks pass. Promotion. You become an architect. Tiny white flakes begin growing beneath your abdomen. Wax. You chew it, stretch it, mold it until perfect hexagons emerge. No ruler, no blueprint, no engineer. Yet together, your colony builds one of nature's most efficient structures. Another week, you become a soldier. You stand at the hive entrance. Every arriving bee must smell right. One stranger slips through, your family's food could be stolen. Your babies could die. The queen could be killed. You are willing to sacrifice your life for a doorway only a few centimeters wide. Then, everything changes. Today is your first flight. For the first time in your life, you see the sky, sunlight, trees, flowers. The world is unimaginably larger than the hive you thought was everything. But it's also full of hunters, birds, dragonflies, spiders, rain, wind, pesticides. Every trip could be your last. You fly nearly 8 kilometers today. You visit over 1,000 flowers. Each one gives you only a tiny sip of nectar, not enough to fill a raindrop. Yet you keep flying, again and again and again.
When your stomach is full, you don't eat it. You fly home. Inside the hive, another worker takes your nectar. She'll pass it to another, then another, until after hours of evaporation and enzyme-rich processing, it becomes honey. Not yours, everyone's. Weeks pass. Your wings begin to tear. Each flight makes them a little more ragged. The buzzing that once sounded powerful now struggles against the wind. Your wings stop moving. You can feel yourself slowing. One morning, you leave the hive again. You don't know it, but this will be your final flight. You land on one last flower. The sun is warm.
Your wings stop moving, and the colony keeps working. Within hours, thousands of younger bees quietly take your place. The hive never pauses. It cannot, because it isn't built around individuals. It's built around the whole. In your entire life, you produced enough honey to fill about 1/12 of a teaspoon. Almost nothing. Yet, without millions of lives just like yours, fields would go unpollinated. Harvests would shrink. Entire ecosystems would change. You may have been small, but the world was never built by giants alone.
Around 75% of the world's flowering crops benefit from animal pollinators, and roughly 1 out of every 3 bites of food humans eat depends on pollinators like you. Without bees, supermarkets would still exist, but their shelves would look frighteningly empty. Fresh fruits would become rare. Many vegetables would disappear. Farmers would lose billions of dollars in crops every year. Wildflowers would stop spreading. Animals that depend on those plants would begin disappearing too. One tiny insect helps hold entire ecosystems together. For a creature weighing less than a paperclip,
That's an extraordinary life.